Welcome back, guys, to yet another World of Warcraft video on this channel. Today we are going to be talking about a little bit of a different thing, and the reason that I wanted to be talking about, as you can see what's in the title and also the thumbnail, is basically should you return to World of Warcraft right now for gold making. And the reason that we're talking about gold making, obviously, is because that's what we do around here, but also because a lot of people keep asking the question on my live stream, whether or not I think it's worth it to come back to the game right now. That is a question that is time and time again, it keeps coming up at the end of patches, not even at the end of expansions only, but at the end of patches. And the way that I see it, and this is something that I would like to put forward to you guys that might be watching this video and you don't know whether or not you want to return to the game. The way that I feel about it is, when it comes to in between patches in an expansion, if you don't feel like playing, then don't play. Try some other games, maybe, go do something else, right? You can do so many other MMOs. Just take some steps away from WoW, and then eventually you'll figure out what it is that you're missing from WoW. And if you don't, well, then it's probably because you don't like the game anymore. But if you really want to get back into the game again, then what I recommend is always starting at the last patch of the expansion, because the last patch of the expansion, if you quit early on or in the middle of it, the last patch of the expansion always has a ton of quality of life changes, which makes a ton of stuff throughout the expansion a lot easier. And it is also a very important time when it comes to gold making, depending obviously on your goals. But the reason that I wanted to make this video is because I want to talk to you guys about the importance of the last time before a new expansion. Because right now a lot of people might be like, oh, I can't make any gold at all. I mean, it's, if I don't make legendaries, I don't make gold, yada yada yada, all this stuff. The thing is, there is so many things that you can still make gold on. Yeah, it's not as fast as the hype of a new patch, but there's a lot of things that you can actively still make gold on. And there's not only the part of making gold right now, there's also preparing yourself for making gold in the future. So if you want your gold making activities to be super, super great when Dragonflight comes out, you need to be prepared for that fact. And some of the things that I would like to bring forward to you guys that we know now is that if you want to have a good stability when it comes to professions in Dragonflight and you want to be ahead of everyone else, you are more than likely, we don't know for sure yet, but more than likely going to need to have multiple characters with the same profession, because of how the talent tree and the customization options are going to work in the professions. Based on what we know so far, that is what it seems like it's going to be, which means that one of the most important things that you can do for Dragonflight right now, and also to prepare yourself for gold making activities, is leveling and preparing which characters that you want professions on. Now, why would you return at the end of an expansion to do that? Well, leveling is extremely easy right now, and considering the fact that there's not very many other things to focus on, you might not feel bad leveling, or you might feel like, okay, I actually finally have time to do something like this. And at the same time, you're also going to have time to build up new markets, try new interesting side projects when it comes to gold making, right? This is a good time where you can actually venture into new things. You can try out new crafting things and professions. You can try out new farms. You can try out flipping, and all of these different things. There's always good opportunity for it, especially when we are at the last patch of an expansion or going towards the last patch of the expansion. And obviously 9.2 isn't the last patch of the expansion, but 9.2.5 is, and 9.2.5 is a 0.5 patch, so there's not going to be any like ever-changing crazy changes that that will revive the game automatically. That's not going to happen. There is going to be a new season, which means there's going to be some demand that's going to be revived when it comes to consumables and potentially PoEs and whatever else. But just as a baseline, that is pretty much it. So if you're a person, basically what I want to say, if you're a person that likes preparing for a new expansion and you want to prepare yourself to get ready for the new expansion, there's a ton of things that you can put yourself towards right now, especially if you follow some of the things that the Blizzard devs are posting on the forums. Obviously, that's something that I cover here on the channel, but also on my Twitch channel. But if your drive for gold making and also the game is the hyperactivity, the super high need for things to move very fast, the prices are high, the profits are high, all of this stuff, then it's not the greatest time. It really isn't. The game has definitely slowed down, so you can do things now that you might not have had too much time to do before. But that's basically what I think about it, and it's it's something that we talked about before, and I wanted to get this video out here because, again, it's something that people ask about a lot, so I feel like it deserves a video. But that is actually going to be pretty much everything that I had for this video. Let me know what you guys think down below of this particular subject. Like, if you get tired of certain patches, like what you do in downtimes when the game's a little slow, like any other games that you might play, or whatever it could be. I'd love to hear about it. I'd love to talk about it down in the comments below. But that is going to be everything that I had for this video. So until the next one, see you guys.